Hi everyone, in this video we will finally complete the Dragon's Gambit campaign. Here we are left only with the last 15th mission, and hopefully this mission is going to be something unique, something special, and most importantly something memorable, because this is something that every last mission of every previous campaign in this game was usually at least trying to be. Hopefully it's going to be the case with this campaign, we'll see. So let's go ahead and see the mission briefing. Again, it's the same guy, Brigadier General Li Cheng. Here is what he has to say. Rooting out that while covered was a great start, but this is only the beginning, Commander. We already have reports streaming in that Hans Davion has sent a recall order. Many Fedcom dropships have been seen fleeing the system, but our work is not done. Before he fell, the magistrate was able to hail Alistar, the leader of the Knights of St. Cameron mercenary unit. They have been in system, employed by the Fedcom Alliance and doing their bidding. I will slice straight to the bone. They must all be destroyed. Area scans have located them in the fields of Raken. You and the 4th will meet them and give them all a dirt nap. And the Knights of St. Cameron's occupation here, Commander, for the Combine. Okay. Let's see the details. Another campaign mission with exactly the same, identically same battle area size of 1.69 square kilometers. Biome is jungle swamp. I would assume there will be a lot of trees, making it difficult to fight. Good visibility, and he says drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron forces. So I guess those are the rival mercenaries or something, because he mentioned previously that those are the mercenaries hired by Fedcom. Okay, anyways, let's continue. Same distribution of the negotiation points as before. Let's confirm. Now, as far as my lance is concerned, I'm gonna keep them with the same mechs, same atlases as in the previous mission, the 14th mission, but as far as my mech is concerned, and I've been thinking a lot about it, there is one particular mech in this game which is very special for me. Very special, and it's very dear to me. And I haven't, even though I've shown you this, I kinda shown you it previously, I haven't really shown you it thoroughly. I was mostly giving it to my lance mates, but as far as this channel goes, I haven't done any videos of me piloting this mech. And that mech is going to be exactly the same Atlas AS7-D variant. So the reason why I haven't shown you this mech thoroughly before was because I kinda didn't want to show you how this mech performs in typical standard ordinary kind of mission. I wanted to show you in some kind of special, unique mission, which is hopefully something that this last mission is gonna be of this campaign. I don't know. Hopefully this is something that is going to be the case in here. Now, why is this mech so special? Why is it so important, at least to me? Well, to begin with, Atlas it's one of the old-time classics. It's a face of the franchise. It's the mech which stood a test of time. You know, there are many stories have been told about it, many novels have been written about it, many videos were shot, many songs were sung about it. There isn't really much that I can really add to this. It's the classic. It's the classic, and nobody is gonna argue that. Now, why is it so special to me, and why do I consider this to be my favorite Atlas variant? Because there are 6 different variants. There are 6 different Atlases in this game. 6 available variants. This is -D. There is also -K, -RS, then -P, the melee variant, and then couple of hero variants, -KR and -BH. So this AS7-D variant, this is perhaps the oldest, the older variant, the original Atlas variant. And the reason why it's so dear to me, well, basically because it's got me through a lot of difficult times of my tough mercenary career. Back in the days when I was an unexperienced pilot. Once I've managed to get a hold of this mech, finally, it had virtually solved all of my problems which I've been struggling with. It really, you know, helped me a lot. So, now, here are my 2 cents as far as the Atlas is concerned. Here is something that I want to show you. Let's take a look at a few numbers. So when you look at the provided numbers, like let's say an armor number, which is 655.2 points of armor, and then next to this we have the firepower number, the damage it generates. It's 170.96 points. Okay, so that is the firepower number. Once again, the number is 170.96 points of the damage generation. It shows you how much damage it can potentially generate. This is the biggest number which I was ever able to get in this game. This is the largest firepower number ever. Now let me say this. Make no mistake, I do use a bunch of mods in this game. However, I am not using any crazy or any esoterical mods, something that is not real. I do not use any non-existent in this era weapons, something like, I don't know, like plasma rifle, which appears a lot later, or some exotic esoterical weapons like Tom artillery or arrow missiles. I don't do any of that. I don't even use that popular yet another mech lab mod. None of that. As far as the mods are concerned, my goal with them is pretty simple. I only have two goals with them actually. First goal is to keep the game sort of more realistic, to go in line with the lore, and second goal is to keep it in line with the previous MechWarrior titles, such as MechWarrior 2 and MechWarrior 3, because even though some of the things are nicely done in MechWarrior 5 and some of the things are actually better than in those previous games, where the MechWarrior 5 falls terribly short, in my opinion, when compared to those previous titles, it falls short on some of the essential key features which were otherwise available in those previous games. particularly the parameters of mech controls and as far as the mech simulation goes. It is a way to simplify it in here. You don't have all that many options as compared to those older games, which in this regard were somewhat actually more sophisticated and more advanced, unfortunately, even though MechWarrior 5 has a very good potential in this department which hasn't been realized. But anyways, that's besides the point for now. So with all the conventionally available weapons here, as far as all the traditional weapons goes, this is the highest firepower number which I was ever able to get in this game, period. Now, having said this though, take the firepower number with a grain of salt, because it's not going to tell you anything about how the mech will actually perform in combat, in a real combat on the battlefield. Because let me give you some of the fine examples of what I'm talking about. One of the examples will be this Annihilator, Ballistic Annihilator loaded with the 4 autocannons, Elbit and X, AC Solid Slug. I've shown you a couple of times this mech on this channel. I've done 2 videos of it. This is an absolutely devastating monster. Two alpha strikes of these autocannons and any mediums or even assault mech, depending on where you hit it, is gonna be instantly gone. It destroys them instantly, instantaneously. But if you take a look at the firepower number, it's actually, on paper, it looks quite underwhelming. It's only 92.6 points of damage, compared to 170 and 96 points of damage of this Atlas. Nevertheless, despite this modestly looking on paper firepower number, I have to say that the Annihilator knocks out mech targets much quicker. It eliminates mech targets much faster than the Atlas. Then if we take a look at another Annihilator variant, for instance, which is all energy-based variant, loaded with the 4 PPCs, which is, you know, pretty standard configuration for this one. By the way, I've done another video about this particular variant, and in that video, in a battlefield scenario, I myself destroyed 32 mechs, 32 enemy mech targets. By the way, this is twice as much as that infamous Rifleman 3 of the Amaris Civil War, loaded with the 4 Gauss rifle, the prototype experimental mech. So 32 mech kills. I have a video about it on this channel. Please check it out. But when you take a look at this firepower number, again, it's 99.2. A little bit more than the ballistic variant, that ballistic variant, but not by much. Still significantly less than the Atlas. Yet, it knocks out enemy mechs targets fairly quickly. Not as quickly, though, as this ballistic variant, because of the firing rate. You see, there are a lot of variables involved. It's not just the sheer firepower number, but also what matters is how precise your weapon is, what's the range is, and very, very important is what is the firing rate. Those are other important aspects to consider. Then moving on, let me show you something else in here. Here is, for instance, the Banshee. I've shown you one of these in my previous in one of my previous videos. Actually, I've done one of the campaign missions of this Dragon's Gambit with this Banshee. 3S. Absolute monster, tears things apart. While looking at the firepower number, it's only 125.3 points of firepower, which is even bigger than the Annihilator, right? But still significantly less than the Atlas. But in a real combat, it tears down and destroys mech targets just as quickly as Atlas, if not actually even quicker, depending on how you fight, where you hit, etc. But it's on par. It's on par, despite the smaller firepower number. Lastly, another mech which is absolutely devastating is the Stalker. I've shown you one of these again. I've done one of these campaign missions. I believe it was the 7th campaign mission, the one where you're supposed to protect dropships. We've had a lot of kills there in there. That STK-3F Stalker variant tears things apart. Absolute monster, especially at close range. You don't want to get close to this because those dual SRM4s for medium lasers to large lasers will just tear any mech apart. It may run into some heat issues though, if you're not careful. This mech can run fairly hot, but at the same time it's pretty devastating. So again, if you look at the firepower number, it's nothing special, only 112.48 points, which is again significantly less than the Atlas. So the Atlas obviously comes up on top as far as the sheer firepower number is concerned. However, in a real combat, as far as enemy mech targets are concerned, I would go as far as to say that the Stalker holds up on par with Atlas. It tears things apart just as fast as this Atlas. So as you can see, there are many other variables are involved in here. So never judge a mech by its sheer firepower number, because it doesn't really tell you how it will actually perform on the battlefield in a real combat. Nevertheless, having said this, again, this is something that I want to show you, that this number nevertheless was the biggest firepower number which I was ever able to get in this game. Now let's take a closer look at this, at the details, what makes up this kind of number. And as you can see, nothing really all that special. Pretty much the standard configuration for medium lasers, SRM6 and LRM20. The only change which I've done is that I've changed the original AC-20, the single shot or solid slug AC-20, for this burst fire. Nothing wrong with the standard AC-20. I like this weapon a lot as well. As a matter of fact, in some circumstances, some situations, as I actually even prefer this standard AC-20. However, from my experience, I find that the burst fire variant just suits this Atlas better, this Atlas chassis. I've been a lot more successful with this particular variant in this particular chassis, so I do prefer it for the Atlas. In some other instances, like let's say the Victor or like one of those Night Stars that I've shown, I do prefer this one for perhaps for a greater precision. It's kind of like fire and forget, whereas with this one you need to guide a moving target. Anyways, besides the weapon upgrades, what I've also done in here, as you can see, I've replaced all the original single heatsinks with these double heatsinks. But even then, even with these 3 double heatsinks, you do need to be a little bit more careful with the heat management, because if you are not careful, then you can run fairly hot. You can run fairly hot. So because I've upgraded all the heat sinks, it left me with some extra tonnage for the ammunition. I have 4 tons of AC-20 ammunition, meaning that I can shoot this 80 times, which is plenty enough for any kind of mission. Then I've got 3 tons of LRM ammo, meaning that I can shoot this LRM 20 66 times, which is also enough for any mission. And then lastly, whatever was remaining out there, I just filled up with the SRM ammo. Now, why do I love so much this mech? Well, first of all, it's because how versatile it is. It's got every single type of weapon. It's got energy weapon, it's got missile weapons, and it's got ballistic weapon. This is an excellent mech to give to your lance mate, especially if your lance mate has a potential of 60, but needs to get to that 60 level. One is not quite there yet, because one needs some practice with either energy weapons or some missiles or ballistic weapons. This is an excellent mech to give them to get more experience with every single one of this weapon, every single type of those weapons. Besides that, why this mech is so dear and so special to me is because this variant with this particular configuration I can take virtually to any type of mission in this game, virtually any kind of mission. It is incredibly versatile in this regard. Lastly, what I like about it is that because it's got an immense destructive firepower, and because it is so versatile, you can possibly complete any kind of mission in this game without losing any single one of these components. If you do happen to lose any of these components, then you can't really blame the mech for that. I'm not gonna say whose fault this might be, but it's definitely not the mech's fault. You can, if you try hard, you can complete any mission without losing any of this component, if you've got a lance of 4 of these identically built Atlases. And this is what I'm gonna do for this mission. This is also what I've done when I was playing the main mercenary campaign, and this is what I choose for that final mercenary campaign mission, the one where you are fighting the Comstar, that most difficult campaign mission. I had a lance of 4 of this, and we've managed to complete that difficult mission without losing a single component. Yes, we did take some beating, we had some heavy armor damage. I had some heavy armor damage, which was getting almost into the structure. Nevertheless, none of us had lost any components with this particular configuration. Besides that, back then I didn't even have any upgrades on this mech. I didn't have any upgrades, and perhaps I didn't even have all the 5-tier level weapons. I believe some of them were like 4-tier level or even 3. I don't quite remember, because it's been a long time ago, way before I even started this YouTube channel. Anyway, so these are my 2 cents on the Atlas chassis. This is an absolute beast. It's an absolute classic. I loved it in MechWarrior 2. I love it in MechWarrior 5 as well. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely versatile, suitable for any kind of mission. And this is what I'm gonna do in here. I am going to take one of these myself as well, so as my other lancemates. Let's see. Do I have any better pilots? Maybe I should also take some better pilots as well. Why don't I actually go ahead and take these guys, the ones that I was fighting right from the start of this campaign. I am not sure why it's showing 80 out of 80. I've never seen something like this before. I'm not sure whether some kind of mod has to do with this or why is this happening. However, when you put them in here, it's all 60. It's all 60. Anyway, so there is the lance of this identically built for Atlases AS7-D variants. Let's see what this mission is gonna look like, and let's see how these mechs are gonna be performing there. Let's go. Let's wait. Everything has been refit. Let's see what we've got in here.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Right,
Your
let's
task
go.
is simple. Drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron by any means necessary.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. It's Liberation Day. For the Combine!
For the Combine.
Okay,
All the families we've lost. And the ones
Where-
that remain.
You speak like victory is inevitable. But there's one problem. You now face Alistair
New
and the
target
Knights of St.
collision.
Cameron. The true believers will not rest until the entire Combine is liberated from their real oppressors.
Seems you're in the dark. You fight for the oppressors. And you fight alone.
Destroy.
Lies! It
New
seems
target
that you have a
proven.
hunger to die. Don't worry, we will accommodate you. Identified Knights of St. Cameron crossing into the target area. Unleash hell!
okay, where are we supposed to go? We don't have any waypoints in here. What are we doing? Did you see that? Did you see that he ran over a friendly tank?
New target.
Friendly mech
neutralized.
ran over a friendly tank. What is going on? What is the AI in this game
Critical.
leaves so much to be desired.
New
This is
target
crazy.
awesome.
Getting hit by this awesome. Got a PPC. Well,
Took that one down with a headshot. Nice shooting.
Target acquired.
tanks. Oops.
Target
Oops.
destroyed.
Oh man, I'm not being careful walking through this buildings.
Target destroyed. New target Archer.
I can't
Okay.
target that.
Okay, there is some archer. Lots of fighting going on.
Shared target identified.
Yeah, let's deal with this archer. Let's not him go far away because he'll start using his LRMs.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Enemy tank. There's another ground vehicle.
Red Tango eliminated.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
New target Grasshopper.
Grass Cutter.
Coordinate fire on the commander's target. Purpose launch. Uploading heavy damage. I'm doing critical.
Shared target engaged.
The longbow. That's the new mech. We've already seen it once.
Incoming! More nitrates hitting the ground!
Acquired.
Surrender while you still can.
I think that there was
We've come
somebody
too far to surrender now.
in back.
So be it.
New target. Enforcer.
It's got some friendlies. I don't wanna hit any friendly mechs.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so there is some dropships. Oh, I guess so those are the enemies.
Copy. Last target
So let's
identified.
deal with this. Those.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, this is what this Atlas does.
New target.
Oh.
Catapult.
Another mech. Okay. So yeah, I guess that was an enemy dropship.
New target.
Shared target. Here we go.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target acquired.
Go. Focusing fire.
Target
Oops.
destroyed. Target
Not being
acquired.
careful.
Select target. It's about to go critical.
The
Priority
catapult.
target received.
That's gonna be tough. He's far away, and this is his main weapon. He's got two LRM-15s. Oops.
Incoming
Better be
missile.
a little bit more careful. You can still shoot far with the AC-20, even though it's a close-range weapon. You can still
Coordinate units stepping down, Commander. They're advancing from the back of the perimeter.
Marauder.
Destroy them. We're not in the business of losing. Our skill in battle is unmatched.
Oops. Wasting LRM ammo.
New target.
More
Banshee.
enemies just arrived. Who's this? Oh wow.
Target acquired.
Two assault mechs.
That battle mech is marked for destruction.
Which battle mech?
Incoming missile.
Oh, man, they're all focusing on me.
Unit receiving heavy fire.
Target destroyed. New target.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Done. You see, it's just sweeping through enemy mechs. This is what this Atlas does. Not as quickly as the Annihilator, but
Signature in the vicinity.
it's still a monster. It's still a monster. It's still a classic. Mechs don't become classics for no reason.
Don't worry. We will accommodate you.
What are you waiting for? Come on.
Commander, enemy dropship coming in right on top of you.
We're on it, Commander.
Critical hit! You got it!
Target acquired.
It can't be over. It can't be over.
Take down the longbow while I focus on
Over
this.
for you.
This Orion. Wow, that's busy. That's busy, and I'm running hot. I'm running hot. And I've lost an armor. I've got surrounded and everyone was focusing on me. But my lance mates, they're in a pretty good shape though. They can, yeah, they are fresh. They are completely fresh. Okay, let's go ahead and Let's see what's going on in here. I better be careful now. Crap. Oh man. Oh man. It's focusing on me. It's focusing on me.
This victory will echo across the
Okay,
Combine.
they finished him.
Let it
They
give hope
finished
to
him.
all our people and loved ones.
Okay, what else are we dealing here
Our
with?
way of life will carry on for years to
This
come.
is it, or do we still have
Your
something
efforts
to do
will
in
soon
here?
be forgotten, Commander.
Yeah, I am in a
Loadout will
horrible
fail
shape.
without you at our side.
In a horrible shape, but so far I still have all of my weapons just fine.
There is no telling when the
Looks
next
like
conflict may
I
arise.
haven't lost any
Return to your
components
ship
yet.
and conduct
I
a
did
full
lose an
repair cycle.
armor, and my lance
Update
mates,
you on the state of things.
they're absolutely fresh. They're absolutely fresh. They can still fight, so maybe I should use them now more. I will just, you know, give them commands, but I will try to stay. Oh, this is it. This is it.
Archon Emeritus Katrina
Okay.
Steiner is dead. The Commonwealth mourns.
Archon Melissa Steiner Davian has recalled LCAP forces, signaling the end of the war.
due to the Combine's invasion of Arcturus and beyond.
Hans Davian has lost, beaten at his own game. Despite the FedCom Alliance's false claims of victory, the rest of the Inner Sphere knows who has emerged victorious in this conflict. Owing to Conray Kurita's wisdom and will to act, the citizens of the Draconis Combine live free. Our way of life has been preserved. Allow this to serve notice to the entire Inner Sphere. The dragon lives on.
Okay. I thought we will still need to do some fighting. It was kinda quick for the final mission. Yeah, I wish they transferred my reputation from another career as well. Okay. Let's see what we get. We don't have that many points. Two awesomes, you know, the longbow 7Q. Is this a different variant than the one we've had? Interesting. So it's got two LRM 5s and two LRM. I think we actually have the better one, the one that we bought. I think it had more weapons, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, only 9 points. Do we have any double hit sinks in here by any chance? No, just single hit sinks. Okay. Alright, 12 mech kills, 5 mech kills for this pilot, 2 for this. So this makes like 9 mech kills as far as the AI lance mates are concerned, plus 12 kills for me, so 21 mech kills in total. Well, we haven't really seen all that many enemy mech targets in there, and this this certainly wasn't the most difficult mission ever. It's definitely not the most difficult mission ever. Some people told that this Dragon's Gambit is the most difficult campaign ever. I don't necessarily think so. If you wanna see what the most difficult mission looks like, check out one of my videos, which is called a crazy difficult raid mission, the one that happens in a mega city. That is the perhaps the most difficult mission, but not this one, definitely not this one. I took a lot of beating though, more beating than I should have taken, but at the same time looks like I haven't really lost anything. Let's see what's going on. Hold on a second. That's the message, last message. Commander, I hope this transmission finds you well. Thanks in part to your effort, the Dragon and the Combine endures. Operation Orochi was a resounding success. This dangerous ruse outsmarted the Fox himself, Hans Davion. Kanrei Kurita led the change into Robinson with the Raiken Go and swayed the momentum in our favor. A stroke of genius was the creation of a command circuit of Dragon merchant jump ships, operating between the uncolonized systems, separating Combine and Federation space belonging to the Yakuza clans. Despite Hans Davion's claims, we only lost a handful of planets during this invasion. Defying the death to Mercenaries edict has paid dividends. Thankfully, we were able to keep your identity under wraps. We even kept a few interested parties at bay. My past dealings with the Wolf's Dragoons have given me a great deal of respect for the mercenary units. You fight with honor and respect, benefiting the Bushido Code. It is unfortunate the coordinator does not share the same sentiment. Hopefully this is not the last time our fates intervene. So long, Kid Mason. Perhaps I will see you on the battlefield. Alright, and we are getting additional money and this perhaps another Otomo Mech variant, the Hatamoto-Chi. I like Hatamoto-Chis, those are great. Alright, let's claim all this stuff. Let's go ahead and quickly check the damages. Needs repairs. Let's see. Yep, like I said, I've lost a bunch of armor. Most of it is almost gone, but nevertheless, I did not lose any components, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I was just maybe perhaps a little bit too proactive. Should have been a little bit more careful. Nevertheless, it still worked out. Yeah, today is just the armor repair. Then my lancemates, they are in a great shape, all of them, so let's go ahead and just do these quick repairs. Yeah, they have only one day to repair, meaning that it's just a superficial armor damage, just, you know, got some scratches. That's it. Okay, well, here is this classic Atlas for you. I absolutely love it. It's not just one of my all-time favorites, it's like one of my favorites. It's like very, very special, very dear to me. It's an amazing mech. Absolutely fantastic. Let's quickly take a look at this Hatamoto-Chi variant. Well, you know, this is pretty much a standard loadout, standard Hatamoto-Chi loadout. Well, it's got double hit sinks though in here. Good amount of SRM ammo, which is nice. What if we take down this and just, you know, max out the armor? Can we do more with armor? Let's see. I just want to increase the armor all the way to the max, so we can do here. This is all maxed out. The legs, maxed out. Yeah, just, you know, to prove my point. Yeah, this is the max armor. Hold on a second. Why I no longer have any more slots? Why did it take away that slot? Let's yeah, that's weird. You see, I remove it and then the slot disappears. This is really strange. Anyways, let's max out the armor. I'd rather shave it off somewhere else than how can we optimize this more? What if we do yeah, it's and so 63. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Okay, obviously we need to upgrade all these PPCs. And then I prefer stream SRM 16. I guess I could use this, but no, let's go with streams. Oh man, this is exactly the problem I had with that catapult. Who in the world would put the explosive ammo into the head? Like, are you a suicide or what? You wanna die to this ammo explosion? Come on. Let's see. You know what? I will just max out the armor. It's enough of ammunition, enough of heat sinks. That should do it. I'd rather go with the armor all the way to the max. Let's start work. Let's see the weapon groups. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna argue with that. That's fine. And then upgrades. Let's see. Yeah, all the special variants, they usually come with 8 upgrade slots. Well, for that matter, I will just reinforce it all the way to the max. Then let's do faster weapon cycling, condensed cycle times for those PPCs, and then as far as the SRMs are concerned, I could either go with patent warheads or faster missile reload. Although this is a, a pretty hot these are pretty hot weapons, maybe I should just increase the hit capacity, because last thing I need is to shut it down in the middle of the battle. Yeah, I guess let's go with the hit containing. Alright, this is it as far as this Hatamoto-Chi is concerned. It's another Otomo variant. I do have some of this here, but not the Otomo variant, the standard ones. Let's see, which one was that? I believe, yeah, I have one of this. I have more of them in my other campaign mode. Yeah, this 27T variant, which is like a newer upgraded variant, but this one, yeah, this is a special, this Otomo variant. I will keep the same colors. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Alright, so here is my take on this Atlas. One of my favorite mechs. We are finally completed this campaign. Let's see if we have any transmissions, any campaign-related transmission, because sometimes, like with the Rise of Russellhack, they send you some of the transmissions. Let's see. These are all the campaign missions. And what's Rayana? They offer me to start that new career to play the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. Pretty good campaign actually, but not at the moment. Yeah, the Rise of Russellhack. I'm not gonna do this right at the moment. That was actually pretty decent campaign, to be honest. The best part of this one, the one that I enjoyed, was actually the animations. Animations, like cinematic animations. Those were the best by far in this game. Those were, quite something. Quite something. I did like those animations. But the missions themselves, I guess they are okay. Some of them were just standard missions redressed in a different story. So I'm not gonna do it now. These are all the old messages, I guess. Oh wow, look at this. We can do some other campaigns though. Now, that campaign is absolutely amazing. That last mission, that very last mission was absolutely incredible. It was an absolute masterpiece, that very final mission on that volcanic planet. Oh my gosh, this is like one of those most memorable missions of all times. We should definitely play this campaign on this channel. This is really quite special. There. Couple of first missions, they are okay, pretty standard, but the very last one, that is really special. This one is, I guess, like post Russell Haig campaign. Yeah, these are just all other campaigns, old campaigns. Anyways, Comstar, what was the message from Anastasius Vogt? Oh wow, yeah. That I guess is related to. That's what I was looking for. This is probably, you know, related to our campaign, because we already had a message from him when we were starting out. Okay, so Commander, I have received word that you executed your contract with distinction. Taishu no Kitsuna is extremely pleased with your performance. You will be happy to know the book on your debt owed to Comstar has been officially closed. You will no longer face any reprisals from us, but treat carefully moving forward. Comstar will be much less forgiving next time. If your unit interferes in Comstar's affairs again, the only contracts on offer will be to all parties willing to destroy you on our behalf. Just ensure it does not come to that. Take care, Commander. Comstar thanks you for your efforts and discretion. Yeah, that's, you know, the related to our finished campaign. Okay, well... yeah, this guy is pretty serious. Anyways, well. So we finally finished this campaign, and it's time to reflect a little bit on this subject. What do you guys think of this campaign? Did you like it? Did you play it? Did you dislike it? What are your thoughts on this one? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Now, what do I think of it? Well... to be honest, I neither liked it nor disliked it. I will put it this way. I am kinda neutral as far as this one is concerned. I've recently read a review because the site where I was purchasing this game, goodoldgames.com, GOG.com. I've read a couple of reviews, and those reviews were somewhat negative. One guy even went as far as calling the whole campaign as a hot mess. I wouldn't necessarily go that harsh. I wouldn't call it as a hot mess, Although that guy did had some strong points, which I kinda agree with, and indeed I did kinda find that some of the missions didn't quite made a lot of sense to me. They were somewhat confusing. Everything was moving kinda quickly, was moving, you know, all of those very small, tiny combat areas. Missions were moving by kinda quickly, and to be honest, there indeed weren't that many memorable missions. Perhaps, you know, if you ask me what was the most interesting, unique, or memorable mission is in this campaign, it definitely wasn't the last mission. It was the mission number 7, the one where I was using stalkers, the one where we were supposed to protect the dropships. You know, those dropships, they definitely brought some uniqueness to the mission. That was really fun to watch them taking off. I did actually enjoy that mission a lot. But everything else was somewhat ordinary, to be honest. And from what I can see, this campaign has got somewhat mixed reception. Some people really loved it, some of them called it as the best campaign ever, so apparently some people really liked it. Others were fairly critical of it. But I'm kinda neutral. I'm kinda neutral as far as this one goes. I mean, like, if you ask me what perhaps is the biggest problem with this campaign, I would say that it's the lack of adventure. The lack of adventure. I would put it this way. Yes, some of these missions were quite busy, particularly, you know, that 7th mission and that last mission. They are just throwing a bunch of targets at you, a bunch of mechs coming from every direction. They definitely keep you busy. They try to make it really hard. However, what makes the game memorable, or a mission memorable, is not how busy you are. Okay, it's not how busy you are. What makes it memorable is, first of all, is the story, the adventure, very important. The adventure, the main element, unpredictability. Those are very valuable aspects. And some of the campaigns, some other campaigns, missions in these games are just like that. The perfect example, like I was saying earlier, is that Will of Kali campaign. That last mission was absolutely amazing. That is the masterpiece. This is the most memorable mission which I've ever done in this game, period. I loved it even more than the final mercenary campaign. Although no, that mission was actually quite dynamic as well. The final mercenary campaign mission where you're fighting the Comstar. The other ones were, perhaps let's actually go through this list one more time. There was one of these. Yeah, the Eyes on Democracy. That final mission where you receive this hero rifleman with 2 Gauss rifles. That final mission was really memorable, really great, quite adventurous, very unique, loved it. Then what else there was? Like I was saying, Legend of the Kestrel Lancers, great campaign, lots of great missions there, quite memorable. Rise of Russell Hake, I guess it was okay. It was okay. Okay, the animations were fantastic, the best ones ever in this game, just like I was mentioning. You know, quite emotional at times, dramatic. I liked it. This campaign, it was kinda rushed. It was kinda rushed. Like I said, a bunch of missions, 15 missions. I haven't even noticed many of them. Some of them didn't make a whole lot of sense. I definitely disliked the clarity of the briefings. Okay, long wordy briefings, but at the same time, the lack of clear mission objectives. This is something that MechWarrior 2 excelled at. Yes, there was some description, some wordy description of the mission, but then at the end there is a resume, the list of clear objectives of what you are supposed to do at each navigation point. This is, by the way, the same case with many flight simulators. I've played a bunch of flight simulators before these games. This is how military operations are conducted. Here it wasn't the case. Lots of readings, lots of emotions, but no clear mission objectives. I was, quite frankly, I was confused. That is perhaps my biggest pet peeve of this campaign. I was confused. I went into the mission and I was wondering, like, what am I supposed to do in here? Where am I supposed to go? No idea. I just had to guess. Lots of guessing. I did not like that. Other than that, I guess it was okay. But nothing special. Nothing special. That's just, you know, my personal opinion. I've expected a bit more, to be honest. I like the fact they introduced that new mech, which I haven't tried yet, that longbow. We need to do some video about it. I don't know how it performs, but in combat, like we've encountered them a couple of times, and they seem to do a bunch of damage with a bunch of those alarms. They look kinda scary. They do look kinda scary. I am kinda excited trying them out myself. Yeah, that, and perhaps, you know, I wanted new biome. This game definitely needs new biomes. The last time they've introduced a new biome was in the what was it called? Call to Arms DLC, the one with the melee mech variants. They introduced that new scrapyard biome. I mean, of course, one would say, well, if you want new biomes, you can go ahead and download those absolutely amazing biomes. I believe they are called One Biomes, made by that German guys. Absolutely amazing biomes. I've tried those. They look absolutely fantastic. Kind of better than the original biomes in this game. However, the reason why I stopped using those, and there was nothing wrong with them at all, they are absolutely amazing, they are perfect, but the reason why I stopped using them is because unfortunately this game's AI, the state of this game's AI right at the moment just cannot properly handle those sophisticated biomes. They're just way too sophisticated for this AI, because the problem was that all the enemy targets, mechs, and particularly ground vehicles, they were getting stuck in the trees, in the buildings. Like dropships were landing, enemy dropships were landing right on top of the buildings, not giving enough room for enemy mechs to get out. So there were some issues like this. Those are AI issues. It's not the biome issues, it's the game's AI issue. This AI is just not sophisticated enough to handle something like this. But biomes themselves were absolutely stellar. Absolutely stellar. I absolutely loved those. Yes, so I wish PGI had introduced another biome in here. That didn't happen. These old ones are getting somewhat old and repetitive. Yes, so a bit underwhelming in that regard. But other than that, it's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't be too harsh to criticize it. I would not call it as a hot mess, but it's not terrible, it's not bad, but not super great either, unfortunately. I was hoping for something else. Anyways, well, this video is getting kinda long. Sorry I'm talking a lot, but please do let me know how did you like this campaign. What was your experience with it? Did you enjoy it? And so on. And please also let me know if you have any kind of other ideas, what kind of builds and what kind of mechs would you like to see on this channel in the future. In the future I'm actually looking to do, like I said, I'm looking to do some of these campaign missions. Well, let's definitely do some of those. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video.